There are lots of things all around us, exciting things that surround us.
But how does it work?
Do you know?
How is it made?
Do you know? Things that go up, things that go down, things that go pop, things that go round, with special cameras to show you inside. It's going to be a big surprise.
But how does it work?
Do you know?
How is it made?
Do you know? Do you know?
Let's find out!
Hello, I'm Maddie, and today I'm doing some dancing. Do you like dancing? It's a great way to get your body moving, isn't it? There are lots of different types of dance, so what's your favourite? I love tap dancing. And of course, disco dancing. You can disco dance anywhere as long as you have good music. But my favourite place to dance is a disco party like this one. Can you see all of the coloured lights? And what about that big silver ball? Do you know what it's called? That's right, it's a disco ball. I love how shiny it is and how it fills the room with hundreds of little lights. But how does a disco ball make all of these lights? How does a disco ball work? Let's find out. How does it work?
Disco ball.
Take a look at this disco ball. It's just like the one up there, only a bit smaller. Inside a disco ball is a motor, and that motor makes the ball spin round and round. Let's switch this one on. Ready? If you listen carefully, you can hear the motor whirring. It sounds like a soft purr, doesn't it? Disco balls are covered in hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny pieces of mirror called facets. Let's see if we can see the tiny pieces of mirror on the disco ball all the way up there. I've put my special camera on the end of a long pole so we can take a closer look. Up we go! There they are, lots of tiny mirrors. Can you see what shape the mirrors are? That's right, they're squares. When light hits a mirror, the mirror reflects the light back because a mirror is a reflective surface. But how do the mirrors reflect the light around the room? I think we need to take a closer look. A disco ball is made up of lots of mirrors. The top layer of a mirror is a flat, see-through sheet of glass. In the middle is a very thin, smooth layer of silver metal, and at the back is a black layer of board. When a light is shined straight at a mirror, it passes through the see-through glass and hits the metal layer. It reflects straight back because the metal is so smooth. But if we turn the mirror sideways, or up, or down, and then shine a light at it, it doesn't reflect straight back. Instead, it reflects at the opposite angle to where it hit the mirror. Because a disco ball is a round ball shape, every mirror that is on the outside is facing in a slightly different direction to all the other mirrors. So when one light shines at a disco ball, it reflects back from lots of different mirrors in lots of different directions, all at the same time. And that makes lots of small spots of light on the walls, the ceiling, and the floor. Let's give that a go. I've got a mirror here. I'm going to switch the torch on. Remember, you should always be careful not to shine a torch directly into your eyes. And there you go. The beam of light is reflecting off the mirror and straight back. Look, can you see the spot of light on my tummy? So what's going to happen if I turn the angle of the mirror? Let's find out. You ready? Okay, I'm turning the mirror And did you see the light move? The light beam is reflecting off the mirror at exactly the same angle as the light hits it. Just there. But this is just one mirror. What will happen if I shine the torch on lots of little mirrors on the disco ball? That's right. The light beam from the torch is reflected off lots of mirrors at lots of different angles all at the same time. It's really pretty, isn't it? I think there's only one thing left to do, and that is switch it on. Ready? Can you see the little spots of light are moving? And that's because the mirrors are moving, so the reflected light beams are moving too. Shall we see what this looks like on the big disco ball up there? Look at the thousands of twinkly lights. It's so pretty, isn't it? I love seeing how a disco ball works. Did you? What was your favourite bit?
Do you remember what it's called when light bounces off a mirror? That's right, it's called reflecting. Did you hear the sound the motor made when it turned the disco ball around? And did you see how the light reflected off all the small pieces of mirror? It made a pretty twinkly pattern.
There are lots of things that are made up of small pieces, like building blocks that can be used to make tall towers, and beads that can be strung into a necklace. And what about this? What do these pieces make? That's right, it's a jigsaw puzzle. Do you like doing jigsaw puzzles? They're really fun, aren't they? And it is so satisfying when you put the last piece in. But do you know how jigsaw puzzles are made? Let's find out.
How was it made?
Jigsaw puzzle.
Jigsaw puzzles are made here, in a jigsaw puzzle factory. The first thing we need to do is choose a picture for our jigsaw puzzle. And this is the print room where they keep lots of different pictures. What type of jigsaw shall we make? How about one with animals? Or this one, a group of people having a party. Or how about my favourite, this one, a bright green tractor. Jigsaw puzzles are sometimes made out of a type of thick paper called cardboard, but the ones we're making today are made out of wood. But these sheets of wood are much too big for our jigsaw puzzle, aren't they?
So first, they have to be cut to the right size.
Ready?
For this, Gary is using a cutting machine called a circular table saw.
And that one piece of wood will make 12 jigsaw puzzles. Oh, can you hear that noise? It's quite screechy, isn't it? Thanks, Gary.
You're welcome.
Next, the cut wood pieces need to have their puzzle pictures attached.
Here you go.
For this, Angie uses a gluing machine.
Did you see how quickly the machine put glue on the picture? I love how gloopy the glue is. And it's the rollers that spread the gloopy glue on the picture so it will stick to the wood.
The boards are then stacked in piles and put into a big blue clamp.
It's called a butterfly press. I've been given special permission to use it to turn the handles that will help press the stack together so the pictures dry flat. Ready? Now we just have to wait 10 minutes.
After they've dried, the stack of
wooden pictures can be taken out, ready for the next stage.
Now's the really exciting part. It's time to cut out the jigsaw puzzle pieces.
Sean is cutting all the jigsaws at the same time by moving them around while a precision cutter cuts through the wood.
Look how quickly Sean is cutting the shapes. He's not even following a line. The saw that Sean's using is very sharp, but he's specially trained to do this. But it's so quick, it's hard to see the shapes he's cutting out, isn't it? So that we can see it all happening much more clearly, I've put my special camera on Sean's head. Okay, here we go, Sean. Okay.
Wow! Can you see the wiggly shapes being cut out? Sean doesn't use a pattern. Instead, he decides what shapes to cut out as he goes along, so it's different each time.
The jigsaw puzzle pieces look absolutely brilliant, but they're not quite finished yet. We still need some finishing touches.
To make the puzzle nice and smooth underneath, the wood is sanded using a handheld sanding machine.
Now our stack of jigsaw puzzles go to the packing area where they're ready to be packed. Here you go.
Here, any leftover sawdust is brushed and shaken off. The puzzle is ready to go in a box, and the lid is put on.
All that's left to do is have a go at the puzzle. A finished tractor jigsaw puzzle. I loved seeing how jigsaw puzzles were made. Did you? What was your favourite bit?
Do you remember the name of the big blue clamp with the huge handle at the top? That's right, it's the butterfly press. Did you hear the sound made by the circular table saw? And did you see how quickly Sean cut out the wiggly shapes in the puzzle?
So the next time you do a jigsaw, you'll know how all the pieces were cut out and made. And when you see those tiny squares of light spinning around the room at a party, you'll know how a disco ball works to reflect light around the room. I think it's time to do some more disco dancing. See you soon.
There are lots of things all around us, exciting things that surround us.
But how does it work?